Hi, this is Team 1 from Carey Academy, and we are William Chen, Derek Wang, Brianna Xing, and Ria Zhao. So the problem here is workforce inequity. Workforce inequity caused by unequal representation of certain demographics hampers the growth of industries and prevents employers from finding qualified candidates, along with many other negative impacts. As seen by employment data for the college class of 2014 in North Carolina, workforce gender distribution within the STEM field is drastically different from the state's overall gender distribution. Ethnic distribution shows a similar disparity. To diagnose inequity and underrepresentation in specific industries, we used enrollment data for CTE career clusters related to those industries.
We designed a tool in HTML to visualize disparities within CTE clusters in North Carolina and to provide ideas for how we can address these inequities in the workforce. So let's begin with STEM, as it's the forefront of innovation, especially within North Carolina with companies like SAS, Cisco, and Lenovo driving domestic economic growth. First, looking at the demand, we noticed that while STEM is projected to grow by around 10% by 2030, CTE enrollment has decreased drastically, especially after the COVID pandemic. Therefore, encouraging STEM CTE participation is essential to meeting NC's future workforce needs. Next, let's look at the demographic data. We see that while ethnic makeup in STEM is relatively proportional to the population, gender data shows that men make up almost 80% of STEM students, despite being only 52% of the population. Finally, let's look at the courses. While increasing funding to STEM CTEs, we should target the specific courses that are listed in our dashboard to female high school students. We would also want to train female teachers to instruct these courses to encourage more participation from female students. Next, let's move on to health science, another major industry within the state. First, looking at demand, we notice a similar trend to STEM, with employment expected to grow by 11%, but with CTE enrollment dropping drastically since 2017. Next, let's look at the demographic data. Health science CTEs underrepresent men, who make up only 17% of students. Additionally, our tool demonstrates that over 30% of females enrolled in CTE are enrolled in health science, displaying an over-reliance and implying that female students should be encouraged to pursue other CTEs. Finally, let's look at the courses. While STEM should be better marketed to female high school students, health science courses listed below should be better marketed to male students.
Now let's look at some other CTE clusters. We see that our employment is projected to grow by 20%, 11% higher than the state industry average. And looking at this demographic data, we see that there is a highly diverse student body within this field. On the other hand, looking at manufacturing, we notice that its projected employment is around 4% less than the state industry average. Looking below, we see that it has the most CTE enrollment inequity of any of the previous examples, with males making up 93% of the student body. This confirms this positive correlation between diversity and growth. And looking at the amount of courses within each cluster, we can see that this is not due to a difference in resource accessibility, as manufacturing has 67 courses, while arts has only 17.
But wait, there's more. Although we did not observe significant racial disparities for these industries, if we had detected them, our tool displays the ethnic distribution of the entire state, for example, for Asians, and ranks the top 10 counties with the greatest distribution for each race, allowing us to directly target counties with underrepresented populations. So to recap, our tool identifies key CTE clusters, illuminates demographic disparities within said clusters, and recommends CTE funding strategies focused on promoting specific courses to marginalized demographics, training qualified educators within said demographics to encourage participation, and potentially targeting specific counties. Given more time, we'd like to analyze all the CTE clusters offered in NC to illuminate more inequity and explore other factors such as median income that would impact specific approaches on a county-by-county basis. Thank you.
Can you check